Shalom, shalom. Giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Basham, Yahushai, Basham Kakadash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Hushai. And Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father's true name, whom they were ignorantly calls God. And Yahushai is the name of the Heavenly Father's Son's true name, whom they were ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And giving double honors unto the apostles and elders of great news who taught me this truth. And shalom unto the Akiam around the world teaching this truth in sincerity and diligently. And in today's topic, I go into, the usual topic of the evilness of women and the kinds of problems they always cause, especially against the man. And I'll go straight and read this news headline, and it reads: Paternity crisis. 1 in 4 Nigerian fathers not biological parents. So wicked, man. A new report by Smart DNA Nigeria has revealed that 1 in every 4 paternity tests conducted in the country still returns a negative result, underscoring a persistent paternity crisis and deepening trust issues within Nigerian families. In its 2025 annual DNA testing report released this week, the Lagos-based genetic testing company disclosed that 25% of paternity tests conducted between July 2024 and June 2025 showed that the presumed fathers were not biologically related to the children in question. Damn. Though slightly lower than 2024's 27%, the figure highlights what the firm calls a worrying and consistent trend. These findings are not just about science, they tell us something profound about trust relationships and the legal and economic realities of Nigerian families today, said operations manager at Smart DNA Elizabeth Digia. Our role is to provide certainty through accurate testing while encouraging sensitive handling of the life-changing information our clients receive. The report noted that first-born children, especially sons, were significantly more likely to have negative paternity test results, with first-born boys recording a staggering 64% exclusion rate, far higher than later-born siblings. These women are wicked because, in Africa here, in the culture over here, in terms of inheritance, a man always passes most of his properties or inheritance to the firstborn child, right? Most of these women are truly very wicked beings. They always plan this kind of things, and then later on, they always act as if they are rather the victims. Truly, can see that women are truly very evil beings, and but that will soon change in the kingdom. So continuing, it also revealed that immigration-related DNA tests is set to 30.1% of all tests, a direct result of Nigeria's escalating immigration wave, popularly dubbed the Japa phenomenon. This marks a sharp increase from previous years as families seek documentation for foreign relocation. Many of our clients are dual citizenship family processing DNA documentation for children offered as part of long-term immigration plans, the report noted. Another key finding was that 88.2% of all paternity tests were initiated by men, with only 11.8% coming from women. Older men, particularly those aged 41 and above, accounted for nearly half, 45.5% of all tests, suggesting financial stability plays a major role in initiating paternity verification. Children ages between 0 and 5 made up the majority of those tested at 58.6%, up from 54% in the previous year. According to analysts, this shows a growing trend of parents seeking early clarity to avoid future complications. While Lagos State still accounted for the bulk of DNA testing, 69%, the report shows a shift in demand from mainland to the island Lekki 20.3%, Yaba 50.8%, Aja and Kurodu 10.5% each, and Surulere and Ikeja 9%. It ranked as top testing hubs. Ethnic distribution of clients showed a continued dominance by Yoruba families 53%, followed by Igbo 31.3%, and continuing, Hausa participation remained minimal at 1.2%, suggesting significant cultural differences in attitudes towards paternity testing. Vast majority, 83.7% of DNA tests were done for peace of mind rather than legal requirements, with court-mandated tests accounting for just 1.4%. The gender of tested children also revealed cultural leanings. 53.8% were male, according to continued emphasis on verifying male lineage for reasons possibly linked to inheritance and family name preservation. The report calls for the urgent legal reform, noting that Nigeria lacks specific laws addressing paternity fraud, unlike countries such as South Africa. It also recommends that public health policies integrate DNA testing into family planning and premarital counseling frameworks. We are seeing more people come forward with doubts they've harbored for years. The year said some of these cases involve emotional trauma and even financial exploitation. A policy framework is overdue. Smart DNA emphasized that its report is based on anonymized data from real cases and does not represent the general population. Our figures reflect those who already had reason to question paternity, and as such, the results should not be extrapolated to all Nigerian families, the firm said. In the you see the wickedness of women as well, and these people, they've given so much liberty for a woman to gather abroad. That's why, especially the young ladies, they aren't kept in line by their fathers, and also many um, of these women too. They also have an absence of fathers in their lives, only raised by single women. So that's why these women always have this liberty to go about um, cheating, uh, sleeping with many women as possible, and then when they think it's time to settle, they bring their baggage from I mean, they'll be pregnant from a previous relationship and they settle with the new man and then impose that child or alien child onto the new man that the woman is marrying. So that means that firstborn child wouldn't be the new man's real child, but the other children that the woman have with the new man would definitely be his. And this the kind of wickedness that women always do. And they are saying here, um, they said the report calls for urgent legal reform. They look, the only urgent legal reform is the reimposition of the laws of Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai. I'll start off with this. A woman commits adultery is the only solution, and they go into the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, and to chapter 10. And the man, this Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. And you know, this was the way of the ancient times of Israel. And so this brought about sanity, fear, and order. And this is the only legal solution that they were crying about, is to establish the old laws of Yahweh Basham, Yahweh. Any man or woman that commits adultery, they must surely be stoned to death. And this was that that's what is supposed to happen. Right now we can't just say that we'll be implementing these laws because of Esau's this so-called democracy that he has spread all around the world. And so it will be absolutely foolish if a brother thinks he can uh, take justice into his hand and then kill his girlfriend or wife over adultery. No, the thing is, we only pray and hasten for Yahweh Basham, Yahweh to re-establish the law, statutes, and commandments by the return, by hastening the return of his son, Lord Yahushai, so that he re-establish the righteous rule upon the face of the earth, so that all this madness will stop. Because this is very vexing. You as a man, you go in and marry a woman, then all of a sudden, your firstborn child is not really yours. Then in the end, you pass on your inheritance unknowingly to that firstborn, and that means your name has will vanish along the line. I mean, in terms of reincarnation, your all that you've labored for, your properties and goods will go to another man's lineage, and and supposing you are a rich person, so if you come back in the reincarnation, you might end up in a poor family because uh, I'm just, those who understand reincarnation, you understand. I mean, if you are a rich man and you pass on the rich, your properties on to your real son, it's highly likely that if that son maintains that properties, and uh, and the son brings forth another son, and that son might bring you back in the reincarnation, it's likely that you'll be maintained in that family wealth that you've created when you passed on your properties onto your son. I know you, those who understand reincarnation, are just just how to explain it eloquently. It's just, but I know most of you brothers understand what I'm really saying. So the thing is, this there needs to be a reestablishment of the law. And so I'll go to Micah 7:10. Then this is Ecclesiastes 25 verses 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Exactly. Those kind of women, because we know women in general are very cruel beings, and they deserve to be put in order. So a man who is rather saying that he'd rather dwell with a wild animal than to be in a house with a wicked woman. And that's true, because all they do is to do wickedness, plotting, always playing victim, and extremely wicked, more wicked than the man. And um going to, and it says here, this is Ecclesiastes 85:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Can certainly. And let's see. Um, and then, yeah. And there, so that's it for this lesson, and I end it by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Basham, Yahushai Basham Rakakadash, and Shalom unto the elect. Shalom.